It's always a great match day when your GOAT scores a goal. Even better if they score two goals. That's right. Joseph Martinez scores two goals to help Montreal win 3-0 over San Jose Earthquakes over this past weekend. But this week, midweek, they go on the road to Atlanta, and I don't know how I feel about that. But before we go into match day 36 predictions, we've always got to take a look at the nerdy soccer table. So coming in on top, you have Cote with 34 points. He has widened his gap there in the first place from 1 point to 3 points. And then Jay coming in at second place with 31 points. Third place, you have Matt with 30 points. And then we have a three-way tie there in fourth with 29 points between Joey, Sam, and Save Crystal Gaming. If you want to get involved, QR code is on the screen. There's 3 matches out there for you to predict for this midweek. Get involved, climb the table there. We are going all the way through the playoffs. There's also a link in the description if you can't use the QR code. But with that being said, let's jump into match day 36. Like I was saying before, we're going to kick off the midweek with Atlanta United versus CF Montreal. Currently, Atlanta United 1 win, 3 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches, where Montreal are 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Atlanta currently on a 3-match unbeaten streak, where Montreal are on a 4-match unbeaten streak. Atlanta United 5 wins, 4 draws, and 6 losses at home there. CF Montreal only 2 wins on the road with 5 draws and 8 losses. The win probability in favor of Atlanta, and I have to go with that. Maybe this is just me being biased because Atlanta is my team, but they have looked fairly decent against some very good opponents between Inter Miami. Yes, the Red Bulls didn't look too good over the weekend, and then Philadelphia Union. They're getting a draw between all those teams. So I think with them being at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, I think that they have no problem beating Montreal, even though Montreal are looking good right now. They're on, 4-match unbeaten streak, but I think that they get the job done at home and win this match 2-1 over Montreal. That leads us into Charlotte versus Chicago Fire. Currently, Charlotte 1 win, a draw, and 3 losses in their last 5 matches, where the Fire 1 win, a draw, and 3 losses also in their last 5 matches. Currently, though, Charlotte are on a 2-match unbeaten streak, where Chicago Fire are coming off of a draw against Toronto there over the weekend. Charlotte at home, though, 7 wins, 5 draws, and only 3 losses, where Chicago Fire only have 2 wins, 5 draws, and 9 losses on the road. The win probability heavily in favor of Charlotte at 45%. I have to go with it. I think that Charlotte are definitely the better side than Chicago Fire, and I think that they win this match 2-0 there at Bank of America Stadium. Now, the biggest match for the midweek, and yes, I'm going to say it, it is the biggest match, and it's going to be the best match of the midweek. That is Columbus Crew versus Inter Miami. Currently, Columbus Crew 2 wins, 3 draws in their last 5 matches. Inter Miami 2 wins, 3 draws in their last 5 matches. Currently, both of these teams are at the top of the Eastern Conference. Yes, I think maybe they're between 1 and 3. I know that Columbus Crew and FC Cincinnati flip flop back and forth, but this is going to be the biggest game of the midweek. Columbus Crew at home, 8 wins, 4 draws, 2 losses. Inter Miami, 9 wins, 4 draws, and 2 losses on the road. The win probability is in favor of Miami just by a smidge at 40%, and then 38% go to the Columbus Crew. The expected goal here is 1.7 to 1.8 for Inter Miami. And I think that if you round up on both of them, that's the score we're going to get. I think that this game ends in a 2-2 draw there at lower.com field. Now, for another big game there in the midweek, you have NYCFC versus FC Cincinnati. NYCFC currently 1 win, 2 draws, 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Cincinnati 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. NYCFC are coming off of a huge victory over the Red Bulls in the New York Derby, 5-1 on the road. FC Cincinnati, though, losing at home against LAFC. Yes, LAFC is one of the best teams in the league, but so is Cincinnati. NYCFC at home, 8 wins, 3 draws, 4 losses. Cincinnati on the road, 10 wins, 2 draws, and only 3 losses on the road. The win probability is at 55% in favor of Cincinnati and then 25% for NYCFC. Expected goals in this match 1.4 for NYCFC, 2.2 for Cincinnati. I think it's going to be closer than that. I think Cincinnati go on the road here. They don't get the win. But this match also ends in a draw, just like the last one, at 2-2 there at Red Bull Arena. Now, I do have to say there's a lot of good matches here on the Eastern Conference this midweek. This next one is Orlando City versus Philadelphia Union. Currently, Orlando 4 wins and a loss in their last 5 matches, where the Philadelphia Union 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Orlando City at home 6 wins, 4 draws, 5 losses, where the Philadelphia Union are 5-5-5 there on the road. The win probability is in favor of Philadelphia on the road at 42% to Orlando's 35%. Very close in expected goals at 1.5 for Orlando, 1.7 for the Union. But I think that we see 5 goals in this match, and I think that Orlando City get it done at home and win this match 3-2 over the Philadelphia Union. So next up we have Toronto FC versus the New York Red Bulls. Currently, Toronto 1 win, 2 draws, 2 losses in their last 5 matches, where the Red Bulls 2 draws and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. Toronto at home 7 wins, no draws, 8 losses, where the Red Bulls are 3 wins, 7 draws, and 5 losses on the road. Win probability, because of how the Red Bulls have done all season, is in favor of them at 47%, where Toronto it's only 30%. But the expected goals is pretty close at 1.4 for Toronto and 1.8 for the Red Bulls. I think, again, we're going to see what the Red Bulls are the best at, and that is drawing games. They're going to go on the road here to BMO Field and get a point, and this match is going to end in a 1-1 draw there in Toronto. Then we have the Houston Dynamo versus the New England Revolution. Currently, Dynamo 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. The Revs 1 win, 2 draws, 2 losses in their last 5 matches. The Dynamo 5 wins, 7 draws, and only 3 losses there at home, where the Revs 4 wins, no draws, and 10 losses on the road. The win probability heavily in favor of the home team at 53% for the Dynamo. The expected goals for them is 1.4 to Revs 0.7. And I think that isn't what's going to happen here. I think that expected goals sometimes is what we expect. But
what?
I think that it's going to be more than that. And I think that Houston Dynamo win this match 3-1 over the Revs. That leads us to Nashville SC versus DC United. Currently, Nashville 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. DC United 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Shout out to Jay. That had to be exciting that you all got a draw there at Audi Field against the Columbus Crew over the weekend. Nashville 5 wins, 6 draws, 5 losses there at home. DC United 4 wins, 5 draws, and 6 losses on the road. The win probability is in favor of DC United at 39% to Nashville's 36%. I think this one's going to be a good one. I also believe that this match ends in a draw. I think DC United go to Geodis Park, get a point, and this match ends in a 2-2 draw. So one there in the Western Conference, we have Colorado Rapids versus LA Galaxy. Currently, the Rapids are 3 wins and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. LA Galaxy 3 wins and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Just stuttering up a storm here. Colorado Rapids 10 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses there at home. LA 5 wins, 4 draws, and 6 losses on the road. Win probability is in favor of the Rapids here at 42%, and the win probability for the Galaxy is 34%. Expected goals is 1.6 to 1.4 for the Galaxy. I have to go with it. I think that Colorado are good at home. They are really good at home with only 2 losses. And I think that they continue doing well there. And they win this match 2-1 over the Galaxy. That takes us to Real Salt Lake versus Minnesota United. Currently, Real Salt Lake 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Minnesota United 4 wins and a loss in their last 5 matches. Minnesota is getting back to where we had them before Leagues Cup. They kind of dipped after Leagues Cup a little bit, but now they're rising back up, and I really like that. Real Salt Lake, 10 wins, 2 draws, 3 losses there at home. Minnesota United, 7 wins, 2 draws, 6 losses on the road. 46% of the win probability goes to Real Salt Lake, where Minnesota's is 34%. I hate to say it, I really do, but I have picked a lot of draws in this match day for the midweek because it's the midweek. I think Minnesota United go on the road here, get a point, and this match also ends in a 2-2 draw there at America First Field. Now, that leads us into LAFC versus St. Louis City. Currently, LAFC 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. St. Louis City 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. LAFC at home, though, 9 wins, 4 draws, and only 2 losses, where St. Louis City have only won 1 match on the road, have drawn 8, and lost 6. Huge win probability in favor of LAFC at 62%. And I hate to say that because I really want St. Louis to continue to do well. Don't think that they're going to make the playoffs, and I don't think that they win this match, but I do think we see 5 goals. I know it's a midweek game, but for some reason I got a feeling for it, and I think the LAFC win this match 3-2 over St. Louis City. Next up, we have Portland Timbers versus Austin FC. Currently, Portland 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Austin FC 2 draws, 3 losses in their last 5 matches. I feel bad for Austin fans. They have such a nice stadium. They always show up, and they're getting these poor performances. Portland Timbers, 9 wins, 4 draws, 2 losses there at Providence Park. Austin, 3 wins, 4 draws, 8 losses on the road. Win probability heavily in favor of Portland Timbers at 61% and only 17% for Austin. So 22, they're more likely for a draw. Portland are just good. Evander's having a great season in that race for MVP. And they're unbeaten in their last 11 home games. And I think that they continue that here. And I think that they win this match 1-0 over Austin. Now, our second to last match for this midweek is San Jose Earthquakes versus FC Dallas. The Earthquakes, 1 draw, 4 losses in their last 5 matches. FC Dallas, though, 1 win, a draw, and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. The Earthquake at home, 3 wins, a draw, and 11 losses, where Dallas only 1 win, 5 draws, and 9 losses, my apologies, there on the road. The win probability heavily in favor of Dallas at 59%, and I have to go with it. There's not much that I can say about this. I think San Jose have a lot of work to do in the offseason, but I think Dallas wins this match 3-1 over the Earthquakes. And for our final match of the weekend, I think it's going to be a pretty good one. A good-looking Vancouver Whitecaps versus Seattle Sounders. Currently, Vancouver 1 win, 3 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches, where Seattle Sounders 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Vancouver at home, 6 wins, 4 draws, 4 losses, where Seattle are 6 wins, 2 draws, and 7 losses on the road. The win probability is in favor of Seattle at 47% to Vancouver's 29%. Don't think that Seattle will go on the road and win this one, but I think that they go on the road and get a point here against Vancouver, and this match ends in a 1-1 draw there at BC Place. So tell me what your predictions are down in the comments. I love to see what other people's predictions are. Like the video, subscribe if you like the content. Again, if you want to get involved, make your 3 predictions. The QR code's on the screen. Link is in the description. And we will see you for the live stream on Wednesday.